All right, as I have done on your last thought primer, I have done on this thought primer. That is, I've given you an individual sentence and asked you to tell me whether or not you think the sentence is a true sentence or a false sentence. And I'm going to be doing this with lots of your thought primers because I want you to have the opportunity to practice defending the judgments you make about sentences and then eventually about arguments that we make. And you'll notice that for the next few thought primers, the sentences I give you to judge are going to be different types of sentences because different types of sentences function differently. So, for example, in your last thought primer, I asked you, is it true or false that either some ideas cause harm or no ideas cause harm? And that's what's called a disjunctive sentence. It's a sentence that says either this is the case or this is the case. But this week I've given you what's called a conditional statement. A conditional statement gives you two sets of circumstances, and it says if the first set of circumstances is true, the second set of circumstances will also be true. So here's the sentence. If I can convince you that the right action for you to take is always the action that happens to benefit me most, then you'll likely conduct your life in a way that serves my interests better than your interests. Is this sentence true, false, probably true, or probably false? What do you think? I think it's probably true. Here's why. I don't think it's necessarily true. In other words, I can think of a way that sentence could be false, and here's how. Let's just say that I convince you of the first part of this sentence, that I convince you that the right action for you to take always is the action that happens to benefit me the most. I can think of a way where I could convince you that that's the case, and it would not be true that you'll likely conduct your life in a way that serves my interest better than your interests. It could be that every time you're taking actions because you believe that action benefits me the most, it also is an action that happens to benefit you an equal amount. Okay? Is it likely that that's to occur over time? Probably not, but it's possible. So there's a way for this sentence to be false. But it's probably true because if I convince you, hey, the thing you should always do is a thing that's the bomb for me, you're going to live your life in a way that's probably better for me than it ends up being for you because I'm always your primary concern or consideration. All right, so a perfectly reasonable judgment of this sentence is it's probably true. It doesn't have to be true, probably is true. And if you disagree with me, you can head on over to the Canvas discussion board and explain how I goofed up.